Now I'm gonna let you take over for her.
Yep. So you're gonna be Yuri now.
I'll be Yuri.
If you're gonna be her, you're gonna be Yuri.
I'll be
now.
Spook Girl.
So,
looking for something in there?
freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes over across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. Waketa. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of those shelves. Curious, I pull it off the stack.
There it is.
She snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns it to a box of manga. And slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
Next to AIDS. I know how that feels. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can just go... You could go do it through the glass on top of that door.
Do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Turbo-kun. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Shit.
In fact...
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
Read this Madoka Magica.
Everyone fucking dies at the end. The movie sucks.
I love the movie. It's probably the most debated topic we've ever had. For a show.
Probably. Oh, are you caught up on Darling?
Yeah.
By the way? I
dubbed.
Okay, I would say I honestly kind of abandoned it after the last...
I'm not feeling too hot anymore. It's whatever. Moe.
It's fucking that gif of Travis Touchdown spreading the poster on his wall. Moe.
It's so good. Love Moe. Don't just stand there.
I forget the name of the voice actor, but he also voices Kazuhira Miller in Metal Gear. It's the same dude.
Nice.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. I'm gay! Then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling... Oh, fuck yeah. Signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Aw. Yeah, why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this.
Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it.
Good. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Sumimasen. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a big, particularly bad thing. Ugh, that's a busy word.
Yes.
It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I've read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really.
Bitch.
Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I can't read. I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Oh, the good shit. Kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously.
What a dick thing to just ask. Page 3 of the manga. Hey, is there going to be any plot?
You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at an ice cream shop. That just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. It's sometimes the best things, like in My Hero Academia. But later on, there's all kinds of drama.
You can become a hero.
Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen.
When are they going to make a My Hero Academia visual novel?
I don't know. When can I dating sim Sue?
I was going to say, coincidentally, Sue is the only romanceable character.
And Momo. I only need
That's
those two.
also acceptable.
My 2 runs.
And All Might. And Aizawa. That's all I need. Give me Aizawa.
Yeah.
And Todoroki. Moving on. Everybody but Mineta, basically.
Pretty much.
Everybody's best boy and best girl.
Pretty much.
The series.
Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
We got off track.
Especially Bakugo.
Wow! Bakugo is a good boy.
Such a good boy. And his mom. Best mom.
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
prepare for Magical Girl Baking Edition.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck yeah!
Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga.
Right.
Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga.
Oh, God.
I want to be a hero!
Memories are flooding back.
I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable.
Stop me in my tracks.
It's bullshit. I want to be a hero. I changed
do
my
want to
whole
be a
life
hero.
goal to be that at one point.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones.
Yes.
Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Hey!
Bam! Cute shot.
We read on for a few more minutes. She's not even holding one, she's holding her
Yeah.
legs.
You're sharing a book.
Oh, gotcha.
You're-
For some reason, I thought we were both holding one,
No.
like, sitting next to each other.
Nah.
I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
Aw, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Drop your shield. You don't?
That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in?
I'm gonna rub something in.
Jeez.
It's conditioner for my hair. And semen in yours! Ah! I tricked you!
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids.
Joke's
I can't
on
even
you.
bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Nice. Yeah, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was always kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
And see how much we've captured already. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
It's a good question. How much have you kept?
Like 43 minutes.
Okay.
42 and a half.
Friend.
Friend.
So. Jeez, that's enough.
Yeah, I know.
Are you gonna keep reading the manga or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally
Oh,
forgot
that
that
little
happens.
fangs. Goodness. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is one of my favorite characters. Or is my favorite character.
You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Oh,
You're all ready to poems.
God. Oh God, I forgot.
Come on. Could timing be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure you have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Ah!
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back?
Fuck.
Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said,
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course.
Also because he wanted to read it with her.
It would take forever if you didn't take it home. Just finish it.
Fuck.
Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one.
That's a lot.
And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
Oh, that's fine.
By
By
tomorrow.
tomorrow. I might fall behind on some shows if I try and get through this. It's a fucking day, man. Christ.
Manga's not that big either. You can clear a manga in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially if you read it front to back.
Yeah.
If you just go around the outside.
Then it
might
only
just
takes
watch-
you 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go.
Well, you gotta read them.
Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. Stand up. Stand up. Return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, it's about some pretty gay shit. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait!
As the chair just goes... just facing her, she's like, oh fuck.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna drop a save load. Save load. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh god, hiccups.
Alright, who you want to share with first?
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Because it's written specifically for her. Okay.
Okay, let's start with the things I don't like.
Let's get this fucking terrible train
First
going.
of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
And what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when reading this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said.
Ooh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, that's not great, but let me show you what real literature looks like.
Oh shit!
And you went and ruined it.
Stand up, Bawanora!
I hope you're happy.
My poem is the best.
Urk!
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you've never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something.
So tsundere.
Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's amazing. People can try, but that's about it.
I told you weren't gonna like it.
Oh, that's fucking great.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Going hard in the DMs tonight. Hacking!
Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Boy, can it.
So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess I more went into it than I realized. I wish I could get a breakdown of what my poem was, and I hope it's literally just those words back to back. And she's just like...
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. We will go Yuri's next, because oh jeez, lost the mouse. I'm curious about what hers is. It's probably... Die! 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 Shanae! Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. She's probably gonna dislike it the most. Forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. Oh shit, I'm her now too. I forgot. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Well, yeah, why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? So sorry. Yuri blushes, or buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from a topic matter so that it can form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, and it's a rare opportunity for her. Which, kind of itself, it's funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? You want to read this one?
Sure. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Was that calms? Calm. Or I bathe. Calm. Breathing air out of the present but living in the past. The light flickers.
Yeah.
I flicker back. Wow. I think it... Nope. Okay. Sometimes they go further down.
Oh, gotcha.
So, gotta click out the ball. Outside. Japan.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
I was!
But it took you a long time to read. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Turbo Code. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who do you want?
It don't matter. Just a quick one. You gotta move quick.
I know.
Hi, Raccoon. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the clubs, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Raccoon. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all have to learn to get past.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monaco my poem.
I like it. It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
No. Kind of makes me think something of Natsuki would write.
Oh, shit. She's on to me.
And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Steen.
Yes, I have. Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, you want to read my poem now?
No.
Don't worry, I'm never again.
You seem pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer... You moved, I can't find my spot. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image.
My retinas!
It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
My retinas! Woo!
Whoops.
That wasn't on the capture, so we're
Nope,
good.
you're good. So what do you think?
My retinas! It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. There you go. Yeah, that's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Oh no.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
I found this weird tentacled fungus growing in my basement, and it attached itself to the back of my head. It like turns around, and it's like fucking Cthulhu mouth. You're like, ah! An epiphany!
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other.
You have to increase your social link.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
That's pretty good
Thanks
advice.
for listening.
Thank you, advice dog.